Hey, how's it going, Kevin? This is a quick demo video for you for your Solo Sabers Coda. This is a bit of a custom build that I did on my free time, so thank you very much for picking this up. We're going to go over my desk. I'll show you what I did to it and get it out in the mail to you Monday morning. Thanks, man. All right, Kevin, I've got your custom Coda here. Thank you so much for picking this up. This was a personal project of mine that I was working on for the last couple weeks, and then I posted it for sale yesterday and you were quick to pick it up, so thank you very much. This has the shroud laser etch that was designed by my buddy Carl over at Vaults of Valhalla for this particular run. So I gave you a nice deep etch there. Hope that you like that. I did choose to leave the Saber clean on this one because it matched the chassis and I wanted to do a little something different. I'm always weathering Sabers, so I just wanted to try something different. All right, you got a KR Sabers lit PCB in there. This is your blade retention tool that we'll use here in a second. You've got an 8-pixel accent strip underneath this piece right here, but I covered each of these holes with some brass mesh. And then further, right behind the brass mesh, I put some diffusion material. All right, so you'll see that light up here in a second. This is a 2-button setup, so power's up here, auxiliary's down here. How to get to your chassis is you just want to unscrew your handle. On this particular one, I did an all-metal chassis, something different I wanted to play around with. Now, you're not going to hear any sound when you take the handle off because I've got a speaker pod down under there. I machined out some of the pommel so that I could fit a 22 millimeter Smuggler's Outpost Nano Elite speaker. You can see it right there. All right, so that is your speaker pod. I did not glue that in, although it is a nice press fit. I just want you to be aware, it's not glued into the pommel. All right, here is your chassis. So brass crystal chamber. All this was machined in-house, all right? So brass crystal chamber. Inside the brass is an aluminum core. There is a real quartz crystal in there. Some all thread and springs here just to give it kind of a somewhat mechanical look. All right, coming over here, access to your board. I don't know if it's gonna pick up on camera, but that board is tilted, like, you know, diagonally, so everything faces right out this hole. Access to your SD card and your micro USB. All right, a little bit of Celtic, some laser etching here. I put some circuitry here. I'm just playing around with some different types of some designs. All right, you've got a removable battery setup. This is a flat top. Whoops, don't drop it. This is a flat top 18350. That being the positive side, and that positive side goes over there. Spring side, of course, being the negative side of your battery. We'll pop it in there. You don't want to use a button top, although it will fit a button top in here. It was originally designed for that, but because of the sleeve, it is super difficult to get a button top out of there. So I ended up using a flat top, which works just fine. All right, I've got a little milled out slot here for the kill switch access, so we'll flip that. Of course, like I said, you don't have any sound when the handle's off. You've got a 9-pixel accent strip right here. You can see your crystal chamber going. You can see that 8-pixel accent strip right here. We turn it on. You got your KR Sabers lit PCB there. Go ahead and turn it back off. All right, that's what the chassis looks like with the handle off. Let's go ahead and put the handle on. That's your speaker pogo pins, by the way. So handle slides right on. Tighten that down nice and tight. Come over here and hit power. Now we've got sound, all right? Auxiliary back here. So blaster bolt deflex is just tapping auxiliary. If you want blade lockup, you hold the auxiliary button down and hit the Saber. Right? Turn it off. We'll come over here and put a blade in. This was designed for a 7/8 inch blade. All right, put a blade in here. Of course, back up your blade retention all the way. Put a blade in here, come down and hit those pins. Lock your blade down, hit power. next sound font?
Coda.
This is the actual Coda sound font by my dude Keenan over at Ksith. You do have a couple of Ksith fonts on here. So this one being green. You see the green here, you'll have a green blade, and the chassis, of course, will match that as well. Ascension by Ksith. So blue blade, blue chassis. You have a nice variety of colors on here. Dissonance, red. All these are killer fonts. All right, we'll go ahead and break this down. So we'll just loosen this guy up, take our blade out. I'm gonna tighten that back up so I don't forget to do that. Come over here and take the handle off. I am going to send the battery with the Saber because I do realize it's a little bit of a unique setup. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave that in there. But as you can see, the Saber's on right now until we come over here and flip the switch and it kills everything. All right, and that's basically how you work that guy. Thank you very much for picking this up. This was a very fun build for me. Every once in a while I try to get out in the garage and do something to just relax a little bit, honestly. All right, so I will get this out in the mail to you first thing Monday morning. Thanks, man.